Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Thursday night stream of Intergalactic Shmuppreciation Month. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic Shmuppreciation Month. And as you all know, my name is Joshua Turbo, and I am joined this night by the very sensual friend. I'm like thinking of the right thing to say, and all I could think of was racial slurs and really terrible things. So I'm like, God damn it, what's wrong with me? My best friend in the whole entire, all of space and time, J Bear, Xavier Michaels, J Bowski, J.
Buddy. And you know, I'm adding a little bit to this title. This is Shmuppin' his cherry.
Oh yeah, we're gonna schmop your cherry, right?
Because, like, you know, guys like Pickle and Alec Yon and Mojo will know from me talking the other night, I never really got into shoot-'em-ups, ever.
You said something to me that really threw me for a loop. And you know what it was that you said?
What's that?
You said, no offense, but every shoot-'em-up you played on Tuesday night looked the same to me.
It did, and I don't mean that offensively, but it's kind of like... I think you and I had a discussion then too, to the casual like fighting gamer. All fighting games look the same to some people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if you look at screenshots, you know, like in magazines or whatever, when it was like, I remember when Street Fighter 2 was King of the Universe, and it just came out, and everyone was like, oh, Street Fighter 2, it's just perfect. And when games came out that were similar to Street Fighter 2, like say Fatal Fury or Art of Fighting, or even like Samurai Showdown and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, they were all like, it's kind of like Street Fighter. Like, people didn't even really know that fighting games or 2D fighters, you know, that were, you know, there wasn't even like a genre yet. It was like Street Fighter. I think GamePro did an entire article about all the games that came out in other games, and it's like, think of like the first night back on March 1st when we first streamed. On my stream, I played one of the fucking originators. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Well, we're still in the chat, voice chat together, but yeah, my screen
right.
said...
Let me jump you back in here once. Hold on. That's not good.
My screen just said, Dear Jay, stop making fun of games, love pickle friction. And then everything.
Alright, well that was weird. I wonder what's going on there. Oh, wow, it says... Okay, let me stop it once. And then I'll restart it. That was lame. I wonder what happened. But anyway, I hope we don't have a lot of issues with that. Great. Anyway, so... Okay, here we go. Jay Bowski and play with the visitor. Okay, here we go. Okay, I sent you another invite. Anyway, we can get through this. But seriously, I played Space Invaders, you know, Space Invaders Extreme on March 1st, and you think about going through all of history and all of shoot-'em-up games, and you have a point that, yes, a lot of them are similar. A lot of them have a lot of the same concepts, a lot of the same exact themes in games, but when it comes down to it, the real good ones, the ones that stand out above all the rest, are the ones that are unique enough to make an impression on you. And if you think of games like Gradius versus R-Type versus Darius versus, I think of some of my favorites are some of these like lesser known ones that only came out in Japan, like Spriggan on the PC Engine, fantastic game. Nexer, Star Parodius, Sapphire, Lords of Thunder, Gate of Thunder, Thunder Force. Like, these games are so different from each other and so unique that they're all entire different experiences. That'd be like saying, I mean, for instance, what's a really good action RPG? Zelda? Like, you think of Zelda, Link to the Past, and then you think of Secret of Mana. Like, you don't think of those games as the same.
Right.
They're similar genres, but they're different enough apart from each other, just like how shoot-'em-ups are different from each other. And I think what my goal is tonight is for you to play a couple different ones and say, oh my god, I think I get it now. Like, these are very different games, and they're just totally different experiences altogether.
Will you send the invite again?
Did it not work?
I don't know. I don't fucking care.
Uh-oh, okay. Oh boy, what's
Technical difficult. No, and this is good for me because, so, like, a little of my background with this is...
It says I'm playing with you. It says you just have to join or something.
I can't go in
hold on, let me try. Did you get an invite? That
you're inviting Sharple out. Here we go. So of course, growing up, I had the Atari. So I played Space Invader. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Connecting to host. Okay, and then like I said on your stream the other night, here we go. I see something that looks like the slimes.
So this first game right here, this is not what I would consider one of the best shoot 'em ups. Matter of fact, this is not anything special at all. But what this is a good sample game to show you how different games can be. This is a very chintzy, thrown together, cheapy game. It's like $1.99 on PlayStation Store, and it's called Keo Blaster. Hey, what's up, Pickles? Keo, whoa, hold on, stop it. Keo Blaster is a two-player simultaneous side-scrolling, or what they call horizontal shoot 'em up. It pays homage to a ton of different games. It doesn't have anything necessarily super ultra mega original in it, but it does have some pretty fun gameplay elements.
A horizontal shoot 'em up, so that'd be a shmup? Since it's horizontal?
No, you would never say a horror shoot 'em up.
Shmup? That sounds like something from Harry Potter. Never mind.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Let's try classic. Let's just try beginners, or should we put it on normal? Let's do beginner, since you're a beginner. We're shmup-popping your cherry, right? So go ahead and press the options button to add a player. There you go. Now we'll pick whichever ship you want to do. Team 1, Team 2, or Team 3. I'll go with Team 2. Whoa. Mr. Cheeks.
This giant Oreo looks familiar. Did you play this once before?
Oh, I don't know. You may have seen it before. The Iron Cat Hess. Mr. Cheeks. Multiplier. And then I got two different attacks here. We'll go with this one. This next one.
Whoa, these guys look cool.
So yeah, this game is what I would consider to be a really cool... There you go. Nice. You can have super laser or shield.
Nothing can get through our shields.
Nothing can get through our shields. I would say this game's a very cool, unique, indie game. Obviously, it looks like it's almost like a Flash animation. It pays homage to tons of, like... You collect little things, you have a little shield, or a little charge weapon shot, and you just drive around and you shoot things, you know? So this game has...
Okay, so I normally hug the left side of the screen. I know that probably can be bad, right?
No, not necessarily. If you're going in a direction you stay back, that gives yourself a chance to avoid, some of the items and some of the weapons and some of the bullets that are being flown your way. So this is Mr. Garrison, the Ambassador.
Oh, jeez.
Looks like our hitboxes are fairly generous. Do you know what a hitbox is?
Do I know what a hitbox is?
Whoa! So the hitbox is...
Our power bar, right?
No, the hitbox is on your sprite. Which part of the sprite will trigger a damage or when you get hit? So I think we have a little bit on each side of us that doesn't... So what I mean by that is, like, some games have humongous hitboxes, where wherever your sprite is, if a bullet touches your sprite anywhere, you will automatically take it. You'll take damage or you'll die, especially in one-hit kills. A hurt box. I call it what did I call it? A hurt box. I said hitbox. Yeah, Pickle. Hot damn, Pickle. There we go.
Whoa! I just melted.
Well, don't go melting. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
You shot it on my face, and I just fell over.
That's exactly what she said. Oh, you stop, Pickle. Payback for what? I'm always defending you. I'm always defending you. Look at that. We defeated Mr. Garrison. Look at that. You got a trophy, man. Look at that.
Yay.
So,
Rob.
Destroy the plague, guys.
Destroy the plague, guys. Send my regards and good luck.
Alright, reduce bullets dispersion, increase speed, Increase bullet speed. Get one up. I'll just do this, I guess. Okay, that's cool. Alright, and now we're on to stage 2. So this game has a... I think it's square. I was going to say Y, but that's wrong, because that'd be an Xbox controller. So yeah, the hitbox is basically where you would take damage and where you get hit. But that also affects like items though too. Sometimes it's hard to get items because your sprite will only trigger a hit when you're like, you know, your hitbox touches whatever else. Nice. Jesus, is that you? That must be yours, huh? So yeah, this is like a weird, like, this is obviously not a space shooter. This is like your shrunken down little itty bitty people going around the neighborhood and just shooting bugs. This is kind of what you would call borderline shoot 'em up. So you've heard the term shoot 'em up or shmup. Shoot 'em up is a game that's adorable looking and sometimes is a parody of a game. That you
Weren't you playing a shoot 'em up the other night when that girl kept yelling that one phrase and
I don't... Okay, there's a few different subgenres of shoot-'em-ups. That game that I can't pronounce, it was like Moshi Moshi or something like that. And I'm sorry if I say that horrifically wrong. But that game is not a shoot-'em-up. I think that game is more on the lines of like a traditional shoot-'em-up, but it's also a subgenre called bullet hell. And bullet hells are like that. You see that big spattering of bullets that just came out? In bullet hell games, generally speaking, there are tons of scenes and sections of the games that are full of bullets everywhere. So I don't know how the genre became a thing, but bullet hell became a term right around the time when Ikaruga or Radiant Silvergun came out. And those games were famous for having tons and tons of sprites on the screen and tons of bullets all over it. Look at that, you defeated the Queen Bee.
I died. That reminded me of Cuphead, kind of, with that animation.
It did, kind of. This game actually has a lot of look and feel that Cuphead does have. Alright, so what would you like me to grab? Get a 1-up? Extra ammunition weapons? Get a free pulse if you don't have any when you die? Extend the duration of items?
What is a pulse? Because that sounds... With me being a virgin in shoot-'em-ups, pulses sound delicious.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Oh, that's a pretty graphic in the background, actually. That's really neat. Here's the thing, though. You're not necessarily a virgin when it comes to shoot-'em-ups. You played Gradius, I assume, right? And R-Type?
Oh, yeah. Well, we played Gradius and R-Type growing up. I mean, if people don't know, Josh and I grew up together, so I played those.
Right.
But, I mean, around the time when you got a job and were able to buy your own games, you started buying a lot of these games that you know a lot about. And I would sit and watch you play, but there was so much going on screen, I felt like I was having a seizure. I never tried playing.
I guess I get that, yeah. Option. Your favorite things in shoot-'em-ups is options. I do like options. I have 4 options on my body. I got tattoos of options.
What was the big shoot-'em-up on Dreamcast? Was there one?
Yeah, there was several. Actually, one of them is what I referenced earlier, Ikaruga. Spectacular shoot-'em-up, and we actually didn't get that in the U.S. That actually first came to the U.S. Via the GameCube, and it's such a good shoot-'em-up. But there's a ton of good shooters on the Dreamcast.
What was that? Cannon Fodder? The one with Cammy from Street Fighter. Was that a shoot-'em-up?
Wasn't that Spike? Cannon Spike.
Cannon Spike, yeah.
Yep, Cannon Spike was the one with Cammy, yep. And then there was like Mars Matrix. You're good. Mars Matrix is on the Dreamcast, and then a lot of later market games like Border Down. Ikaruga, God, I'd have to look at it. There's a ton of really good shoot-'em-ups that came out, though.
I love that system. My favorite action adventure game is on that system, Elemental Gimmick.
Oh, that's a good game. Isn't that more of an RPG?
It was an RPG, but it was like akin to Zelda. I think it was their answer to Zelda. Damn it.
Wow, we're both getting smoked now. I liked Elemental Gimmick here. I thought it was pretty good. Can you not continue? Oh, there you go. I'm just collecting everything now. I feel bad. Alright, well. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're getting smoked now. This is no good. So, the way I wanted to do tonight is I actually had... hey, what's up, Drano Man? I heard your interview went really well with Big Kev. Pick a number 1 through 3. Always 3.
Bam.
It's a trilogy. It's a trilogy.
Man, that like eyeball vagina that you shoot is like scary.
That's yours. You're doing that.
I'm not doing the eyeball vagina.
Yes, you are. I'm not pushing anybody. Yes, you're definitely doing it. It's like a butterfly, isn't it?
I don't know how I'm doing it then.
You know, the usual. The usual. The huge.
I'm what they, in the first-person shooter world, call a limp dick tonight.
You're what they would call laissez incompetent.
So, what is the... I don't want to pause the game on you.
There you go, good job. It gave you a trophy somehow. Hold on. Oh! Drano... 3. Alright. Yeah, right. So we increase speed, reduce bullets dispersion, or increase bullet speed. Must be our bullets. Extra ammunition weapons. Sake, or thanks. I don't know what you say.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
This is pretty crazy.
That was like a giant turtle.
Oh, my Atlanta.
No,
this is
like
very, yeah. What?
I don't know, I just thought like the 2 fingers of doom, like...
John Boy, I'm on the PlayStation tonight with J-Bear. We're doing a grab bag of different interesting shoot-'em-ups that Jay has never played before.
At least I've not played very many shoot-'em-ups ever.
Yep, so that we're de-virginizing him from shoot-'em-up royalty. And we're starting with, what was this called? Keo Blaster. Keo Blaster. Keo Blaster. Which is pretty darn fun. Honestly, this has been good. It's very strange. There's your vagina.
I'm not getting anything.
Yes, you are. You're the one doing... Watch, this is mine. Ready for mine? You are hitting a button. Oh shit, I don't even have any weapons left. I can't do it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I guess I'll just, I guess I won't.
My goodness.
There, that's mine. That's what my little thing does. Yep.
This is like Tiger Heli.
So you know Tiger Heli too, huh? So you know, you got plenty of experience. What about 1942?
So I you know, like, when we first started, we got sidetracked, but I was going to say, like, I'm familiar with a lot of the arcade shoot-'em-ups, because, you know, when you go to Pizza Hut, in the old days, there'd be the game rooms.
Yep.
And most of the
shit
games
pickles.
were shoot-'em-ups.
Of course.
So, yeah, so I played Tiger Hell, and I played 1942, and I never could... I tried, my sister rented Top Gun when it came out, because, you know, she was a teenager in the 80s, and I could never even take the fucking plane off with the helicarrier at the very beginning.
That's hilarious. Yeah, there's a lot of really good shoot-'em-ups out there. Oh my god. I guess one way, and I didn't really know... See, that's you.
See, I don't know what I'm hitting to make my vagina come out.
Something really interesting. House of the Dead is a light gun game, so we're talking shoot-'em-ups, strictly shoot-'em-ups, where it's like either space shooter or... Wow, what are you doing, Jay?
Shit.
Jay. Oh god. The game's a bit loud. I don't actually think I can change the audio. I think that the game's going to have to be as loud as it is. Unfortunately, I don't think I can... Oh, well, maybe I can. Oh, hold on. Hold on, Jay, stop.
I'm not touching anything, Bilbo Baggins.
You did too. Don't even. Quit your Quit your bender snatching.
A feature that the host can only use has started. Wait until the host closes it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm trying to
So
figure
I'm
this out.
waiting until the host closes it. So is Fester's Quest to shoot 'em up?
No. Fester's Quest would be, at most, would be considered, yes, this is on the PlayStation 5.
So this is enjoyable.
You
Let
think
me
it
let me
sounds all
ask the
right? He
hard
thinks it
question.
sounds, here, he thinks it sounds all right, though. Maybe it's just on, like, a phone or something. But, like, Fester's Quest at most would be considered. And hold on, I can do this a little bit. Include your mic's audio, yes. I don't know. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I'm not gonna mess around with it because I don't want to. Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Okay. Fester's Quest at most could be considered a run and gun. And what is the big difference between a run and gun and a shoot 'em up? Not a lot. Sometimes the only difference is that it's considered a run and gun if you're on foot. But
So is that what like Russian Attack would be?
yeah, Russian Attack's more of an action platformer because you don't always shoot. Think of games where you're only ever shooting. So like Contra is a run and gun.
Okay.
Different than Gradius. Gradius would be a shoot 'em up. Another trophy. Look at you, you're just earning trophy after trophy.
So I'm
Mr.
gonna ask
Cheeks.
the hard questions here on Shmup and Jay's Cherry.
Okay.
What would you and like I'd like to have Pickle and anybody else listening chime in too. What would be considered the absolute hardest shoot 'em up? Like that they'd play at like a masters level tournament of the.
Oh, that's a good question. Everybody in the chat, you should list off what you think is your most difficult shoot 'em up. I know mine right away because it's Image Fight 2 on the PC Engine. It is blisteringly difficult.
And difficult in what sense? Is it like
Oh.
so for me right now, and you know this about my personality, Josh, like if there's a lot of chaos going on around me, it's hard for me to concentrate.
Image Fight 2 is strictly all about memorization. It's also has a very, very large ship sprite and a large hitbox. So the game it's hard, but it's only hard because you suck. It's not cheap, and it's not unforgiving, but it's so difficult. Space Invaders because it's boring, but it's super difficult. I don't know how to explain it other than to let people try it, because at first glimpse, Image Fight 2 does not look that bad or that hard, but it's so frickin' hard. It's the most difficult game I can think of, and I believe it's by IRM. But oh my god, it's always just been a serious thorn in my side. I think the furthest I ever made it was a second stage boss, and yeah, it's very unforgiving.
Do you think that some shoot 'em up designers do like make them purposely so they're ultra hard?
Oh, I think there's a very large population or a very large library of shoot 'em ups that are made specifically and they're popular just because they're so hard. I really do.
International shoot 'em up tournament out of, you know what I mean? Because there's like Nintendo tournaments and.
Sure, there's like high score challenges, like online ones and stuff, and people just play hard shoot 'em ups because they're fun, and it's like you know, you played Cuphead, right?
Yes.
So Cuphead's a really popular running gun, and it's super popular because it's super hard, and so people that beat it, they've really like, you know, that's a real serious award that they can show off and say like, look at what I've done, look at how good I am. Like Battletoads is really hard. But if you get really good at it, that's something you can hang your hat on and make fun of people that suck at it. Because only people that don't like Battletoads are the ones that suck at it, right? You know what I'm saying?
But wasn't like one of the most wise people you know say that it was Kmart Ninja Turtles?
That's so true. But it's so funny. Because that's actually awesome. I think that's that's not even an insult, that's just hilarious. Kmart Ninja Turtles is hilarious.
No, this is pretty fun. There was
See, this
one you
is
used to play back in the day on the TurboGrafx that just looked amazingly hard. It was like you were in space and it was almost like a Robotech type game, but there was like a shit load of parallax scrolling in the background as you're flying, and it was almost disorienting.
that could have
The
been.
name of it.
I had the Macross 2086 or something. I can't even remember anymore. Otherwise, if you're thinking of Lords of Thunder, where you're like a mech,
I think that's it.
but you're not
I
a
think
mech.
that's it.
You're a dude in armor, and you can swing your sword and stuff if items or if bad guys get too close, and you're collecting tons and tons of jewels. I don't know why I got a 1-up. We have endless continues, but you know this game is. It is what it is. It's like I can't believe I just said that aloud. Ugh, I hate when people say that. But it's the type of game that's like, it's adorable and it's like, you're like household items fighting bugs and stuff. So it's like the uniqueness is pretty much just that it's got really weird looking sprites and it's not just in space, right?
This I would consider a good choice for you for my first one playing with you, because I would call this a date video game. Kind of like how it's like accessible to somebody who has never played the genre and I'm actually having fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, good. So it's not overbearing. It's not overly difficult. But the thing is we're dying like left and right, though. I mean, being honest, if it didn't have endless continues, we would probably be struggling pretty hard.
Exactly, and the fact that I'm dying and we're respawning and we have the continues is, you know, it sucks. But at least it's not like that level of frustration of my first shoot 'em up, fucking Silver Surfer.
I can't believe when you said that you always thought you were turned off by shoot 'em ups because you played Silver Surfer, because you got that as a gift, right? That was one of your first Nintendo games?
No, so the story behind it is back in the day, there was two videos. For everybody, Josh and I grew up in a small town in northern Wisconsin. And, oops.
Jay, I swear to fucking God.
And in town we had two video games shops, and where you went was dependent on what side of town you lived on.
You got the game over. Oh my God, so this is it, huh?
So anyway, like, I saved up my money because, you know, I was a Marvel guy, and Golden Wave Video on my side of town did not have Silvers. And for the young pups in the crowd, back in the 80s, Silver Surfer and Punisher were the two most badass characters in all of Marvel. So
Sure.
When I heard that there was a Silver Surfer game coming out, I was like, fuck yeah, I'll save up my money to go rent it. Because back in the day, you had to save up your money. It was like $5 to rent a fucking game for a night. And,
well, I don't know if it was that much, but
well,
shit.
We didn't have a membership at Lincoln Video.
Oh, that is true. If you didn't have a membership, the ladies at Lincoln, or the woman at Lincoln Video would charge more. Oh shit.
Oh,
that's true.
So I saved up my money to go rent it, and I biked over there, and I was so excited. I popped it in, I played the first stage. A bumblebee, like, just gingerly landed on my board and killed me, and it was game over.
Yep. God, that game is so terrible. Oh, is it rough? God, is it terrible.
The other thing that I had when I first popped it in is I am a huge fan of the non-linear gameplay, like akin to Mega Man, where you can go to any stage you want. So I was thinking like, oh, this is fucking cool. We have Nightmare, we have Mephisto, you know, all these different Marvel villains, and you know, for a freaking 8-year-old kid, that was. Well, I watched a 40-year-old man play it, and you couldn't even do it. No,
I couldn't. It was miserable. But yes, as Pickle said, it's got a spectacular soundtrack. Timothy Fallon, God, is he awesome. His music was spectacular. That game, it was so funny, because anytime any company said, hey, you want to make music, Tim Fallon goes balls to the walls and puts together the best music ever. And it's the funniest meme ever is like, Tim Fallon putting together the very best music you'd ever hear in a video game ever, and then the fans are just like, dude, it was just Pictionary. Okay. It's true though. He makes such good music, man, and he was a freelance music composer. He just he made games for all sorts of different companies, and God, it was so beautiful. Silver Surfer is that weird one where it's like, just hearing that music is like, oh my god, I want to play this game. And then you play the game and it's like, wow, did they screw this up? Because they really did. What a terrible game.
But no, that's what we went off on a tangent about that. But my point being is, Silver Surfer's not a date game. You know what I mean? It's not a game you can sit and have fun playing and be at. This is kind of cool. And this is an indie developer, you said?
Yeah, this game was like $1.99, and it was literally just something I bought on a whim because I thought it looked kind of cute.
Did this come out like back in, what was it, like 10 years ago when there was that indie game craze when Super Meat Boy came out?
I actually think this game came out in the last couple of years. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, that indie craze. This does feel like a game, though, that came out during the Xbox 360 era, when everything was like indie games.
Man, there was one. I think it was just. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was so much fun. It was an indie game, and all you did, your spaceships looked like wieners, and it was jousting.
What?
It was an indie game. I can't remember, but it was like wiener spaceships. And
that sounds pretty awesome. Doesn't sound like anything. I don't know that guy. I wouldn't have played that. Space wieners?
I think that's a Space Wieners. That'd be a great name for a game you and I should develop.
That'd be great. Oh my god. Oh my Sinistar.
Dude, this is fun watching you play this, because I would be like dying left and right.
Well, I am dying left and right. Oh my god, there's so many bullets that come out of that shit. Holy fun. Oh god, and then that guy keeps coming in. What the fuck am I supposed to do here?
Are you supposed to kill the praying mantis before you kill the?
Don't know. I don't know.
The magma guy or whatever the fuck.
Schmegma. Magma. Oh, shiza. I'm glad the hitbox is really tiny. Must be like right in the dead center of my ship, or leaf, whatever you want to call it. For thieves like us. Come on, big money, no whammies.
How is Pickle Friction doing? I don't have the app scrolling while we're playing.
He said he is going home from work, and he's good. Otherwise, though, his stream today was pretty entertaining. He gets, whoa. We listened to some good music today. Oh.
On his stream.
Share screen has ended?
I'm still seeing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Do you like Mark? Oh, geez, you are scrolling through that fast. Little bastards and ghouls.
Be very careful, Pickle. Does it say I can see all of you from here?
Yeah, you little bastards and ghouls. I can see all this. I can see you in the mirror, motherfucker.
Pickle threw a tantrum today. Dude, Pickle's been throwing a tantrum for the last, like, 3 days in a row. Every time John starts making fun of Battletoads like a jerk, you know that's his sensitive spot. Oh, it says final stage. John's like, oh, we gotta listen to Katamari Damacy music, because that's what everybody wants to fucking listen to. And then I say, oh, but Billy Hatcher is a better game. And then John, who's never even played Billy Hatcher, is like, oh, no, Katamari's better. And then I'm like, no, really?
What's Katamari? Is that a shooter?
No. It's a stupid game where you roll a ball around. You played Katamari, Jay. You're the one that showed it to me, I think. It's a game where you roll around in the city and you just collect things and the ball gets bigger and bigger as you're rolling around.
Oh, yeah.
That's the entirety of the game, and there's nothing ever any different to it other than the king going ba 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 Katamari Damacy.
But you know what? Sometimes you want to hear the king say that.
Sometimes you don't. Most of the time you shouldn't.
All enjoys got nuts, mounds don't.
I guess that is, okay, yeah, you made sense. Maybe Katamari's not that bad. You bring up a valid point.
So, Outside
You're
of
crazy.
Silver Surfer, what is the worstest shmup you've ever played?
Oh man. Oh, there's a couple really bad ones. Let me think here. There's some that are super generic and are just like so boring. Oh, you know what? I can think of it right now. Worst shoot 'em up I've ever played from Big. Well, there's a couple. Holy shit! Holy shit! My whole freaking living room is like lighting up from this. Oh my god, this dude is humongous.
Holy ball-headed Nelly.
Jesus. Well, that was fun.
We get to the final guy and then it's game over. That's pretty fitting.
Yeah, pretty fitting. So that's what you would consider, I don't know, a fairly decent vertical. Horizontal shoot 'em up. Oh man, okay, so what are they talking about? I say one differing opinion and you elitist nerds bite my fucking head off. What are you talking about?
Wait a
Ain't
second.
nobody-
Pickle should know I stand up for him a lot.
Ain't nobody buying vinyl records of Billy Hatcher. Yeah, of course there shouldn't be anybody buying vinyl records of Billy Hatcher. All right, let's jump onto a new game here. New game, Roundhead. We're going to go classic. We're going to go classic gaming this time.